Welcome to round 4 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of February 13th. I'm Catherine Aleko, and I'm here with Nicole Eridix.
Hello.
And Terry Morrow.
Hello.
As moms of teens and young adults, we've survived those little kid days, yet we're still rethinking the decisions we've made all through our kids' lives and worrying about what's going on right now. Today's Thursday, which means it's time to give into our obsessing, and today we're like a couple days late on this, but we're obsessing about...
We've been laughing all this time. We're just now able to talk about it.
We're obsessing about Marie Kondo doing a about face on the whole, you can live the Marie Kondo life with kids. Turns out you can't, especially when you have 3 kids. That was what put her over the edge, apparently, was the third kid.
Stuff, isn't it, Marie?
But the part that kind of just like drives me crazy is that she's like, okay, you guys are right. Like, I can't do this with 3 little kids. Goodness. But then she writes another book about it. Like, everyone knew this. Everyone felt this. Yeah. But yet she gets another book deal.
Oh, dear. Wow.
That's the part that kind of makes me a little bit crazy. So, What do you think about this, my friends?
I think it's absolutely delightful. And just in honor of this, I'm not going to clean up.
No, right.
Soon. Oh, dear.
You're not going to get rid of anything.
But it does play up the danger of positioning yourself as an expert when you also have a life.
Yes.
You know, Catherine, you and I have both had the experience of like being parenting experts. And,
right.
I look back on some of those now and I think, yeah, I needed to fill a deadline, but I absolutely could not do this myself.
Right.
I was just talking,
Yep.
It's when you actually get challenged on it, you find out that her house is a mess or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the risk you take.
Yeah.
Yes. Her new book is called Marie Kondo's Kurashi at Home, which is a Japanese word that means way of life. How to organize your space and achieve your ideal life. But then, according to the Washington Post, this book is a bit of a reality check. Kondo has caught up with the rest of us, trying to corral the doom piles on our kitchen counters while on hold with the plumber and trying not to burn dinner. So, yeah.
Wow.
Welcome to the rest of, welcome to the world that the rest of us have already been living in.
Exactly.
What I say to
And she's not doing anything to manage that.
Oh, well, I think this book is like, instead of like organizing everything within an inch of its life, like do the things that make life a little more pleasant, like playing music while you're eating or that kind of thing. Come up with a doable joy routine is what she says.
What?
I think she still doesn't quite get it.
Is she like grasping here? Like what? Okay, whatever.
Oh my.
Okay, if she has 3 kids and is writing a book and talking about how to have a joyful life by being organized, she clearly has a nanny. She's got something going on that we don't.
Well, it says in this article that she encourages everyone to create their own rhythm, their own routines based on what makes them happy, and she offers more than 125 serene photographic examples to inspire. Most are not, however, from her own house.
Thinking, what if what brings you joy is throwing her book out the window or like not buying it in the first place, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm seeing this among Kondo's personal joys. Buying 100% silk or organic cotton pajamas because they feel good and help her sleep. Perusing her tea leaf drawer and drinking tea 3 times a day to bring a sense of calm. And opening her childhood sewing box, which brings back warm memories.
Gosh.
While just the world crashes in around her. Let me just root around through this sewing box.
Where are her kids in all this? Are they like hanging off her lap because they?
I have to say, I
want tea. I want tea.
Yeah, exactly. I want to sew. Can I?
What's in that box? Let me play with
it.
it.
Oh my gosh.
You come in and the childhood sewing box is strewn everywhere, including the box of pins, which you now must pick up every single one.
And the kid has given themselves a haircut with the sewing scissors.
Right?
I will say, I have recently started wearing silk pajamas, and they are quite nice, but how it came to be is not very Marie Kondo-like. We went on a trip, and my son forgot to bring pajamas, so I let him wear my pajamas, and then I wore my silk long underwear that I had brought because we were someplace cold, and I found out it's pretty comfortable to sleep in, so I got the silk long johns as my pajamas now.
Wow.
It wasn't like let me think, what will bring me a feeling of peace and calm. I know I will spend a lot of money on silk
accidental
pajamas.
joy.
I've had this long underwear in my drawer since my daughter went to Quebec on a band trip, and it has not been worn for years, but now it's my PJs. They're very comfy.
Silk long underwear, it works.
Yeah.
I mean, it is warm.
It is very warm, and it feels nice on your skin it's very nice for sleeping, I would say. Mm-hmm. Should you ever be caught without pajamas for whatever reason and require some.
I can't believe your son could wear your pajamas.
Yeah, fortunately I had two-piece and it wasn't like a, negligee of some sort. Not that I would bring that to a mountain resort, but
to a family trip
with your
to a mountain.
I
family.
do have one from when I got married, and it's way in the back of a drawer and has not been worn for decades. But
Right.
yeah, I had some nice flannel, top and bottom pajamas, and they were
That worked fine
already
for
pretty
the-
old and
for the
he
kid.
ripped them. So
Wow.
my long underwear.
So that was the end of that.
Yes. So Marie and I were like that. We're on the same page.
Back when I did a semester in France and I was in the Alps and it was freezing, and the house where I was living, they would keep the thermostat at Arctic levels, and I had silk long underwear and I just wore it 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Whew. It was necessary.
Wow. I just can't say I've ever worn silk long underwear before.
Even when you were living in
No.
Canada when it was super cold.
No, that wasn't a thing. Like, what even is silk long underwear? Like, we just wore
It's
that.
just long underwear, and instead of being like thick cotton, it's thin, but it's super, super warm.
Yeah.
How could it be if it's like silk? Really?
Because it's a natural fiber.
Oh,
very
I
warm.
see what you're saying. Okay, well, okay.
It's
Maybe.
like, form fitting. It's not like
Yeah.
you're thinking of like a silk pajamas or something that are like loose.
Right. I see.
It fits like a cotton long underwear would.
Yeah.
But it's just that much thinner because it's silk.
No, we just had
Kind of
cotton.
Mm-hmm.
We were old school.
This conversation is taking a turn. We're done with you, Marie.
Or away from Marie Kondo.
We find our joy in talking about long underwear. Don't judge us.
Well, here's one more quote from Marie. Up until now, I was a professional tidier, so I did my best to keep my home tidy at all times. I have kind of given up on that in a good way for me. Now I realize what is important to me is enjoying spending time with my children at home.
Yeah.
So,
That's what's right for her, but for you, dear reader, you still should tidy up.
right. Don't live like this.
It will bring you joy. This story actually of her having to go back on stuff gives me joy. So I will not throw it out.
I think it gives a lot of people joy.
She was so sure of
Absolutely.
herself, man. She was so sure of herself. She was so confident. This is what happens with age, Marie.
Right.
age and experience, you realize you really didn't know much.
Nope.
Yep.
But a tea leaf drawer. Goodness.
I will say that at Christmas time, when we had guests staying with us, we moved all the tea from the cupboard where it was to be, because I have this like box that holds lots of tea bags. You know, it's like it's like an organizer. And put it out on the counter. And it is kind of nice, like not having it stuck up in a cupboard, like having it out and accessible and having a little tea station is kind of nice.
Yeah, that's true. I could see doing that, but I can see it in the
That's
lab.
sweet.
I have a drawer that has coffee pods and bags of tea and boxes of tea bags all kind of jumbled together. Does that count? And so every time I want to have a cup of tea, I have to like take everything out and figure out which thing I want and put everything back in.
No, that's what it was like for me before.
Tea clutter.
Yeah, that's what it was like before we moved, before I moved mine. So it's better now.
So now you feel calm.
Yes.
Excellent. I find joy in clutter. Clutter gives me joy. Just the knowledge that I am surrounded by items.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm glad Marie and I are on the same page now.
You and Marie, you're tight now.
I'm gonna give myself permission to keep the clutter.
Good.
You know, it's what gives you joy. That's important. We hope this podcast gives you joy. It is also not very tidy, but still, we're going to sweep it under the rug and say that's it for today's round 4. Tune in tomorrow when we'll share our personal tea drawers of roundup items, things we've been using or enjoying lately that we think deserve a shout out. Find all our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there on our Facebook page or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.